Synth Fighter Roadshow, baby. That's what we got to call it, the Synth Fighter Roadshow, man. We'll fit it in wherever we can get in. And man, we got some big news dropping, such hot news. We have to just go live right now and talk about it.
Crazy stuff. We dude, the Proton has blown me away.
I watched that 3 times, and on the 3rd time, every time I watched it, I picked up a new sound that made me more impressed with it.
Yeah. Like, so when he started, and that's why, like, I don't usually do live stuff.
Yeah.
But when I saw your video, I was like, oh, I got to check this whole video out. So I did. And then I'm like, all right, I got to comment on this because this is stupid. This thing, when he did the oscillators and then the sub oscillators, I was like, wow, man, this thing sounds ridiculous.
Paraphonic mode was nuts. And then when he did the oscillator sync and had those crazy video game sounds going, it was awesome too.
Yeah, I was blown away. It was so versatile. It wasn't even funny. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what's up, Eternian? I can't even pronounce his brother's name. Eternian.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro.
But the Proton to me, why I'm so excited about the Proton is because it's an original, and it's another chance for Beringer to show what they can do with an original that they don't tie to a clone, and I think they're going to sell a ton of them.
So the one thing that was weird, was there effects in that unit?
I don't know if there's any effects. I got the paper right here. I've stopped at a red light, so I'm just looking through it. I don't think there's any effects, but there's a wave folder, and I know the Neutron has a delay. I think the Neutron's got, I believe it's a Bucket Brigade delay. I think, and that sounds pretty decent, but I don't think it has effects. The only one that's got effects on those modules is the Model 15 that's got reverb, and the Neutron's got delay. So I would have liked to have seen. I was having a chat in one of the comment sections today with a guy, and he was like, "I'm old school, man. I don't like built-in effects on synthesizers." Yeah, and I'm like, I get that. I understand that. Yeah. But I like it. I like it because I'm a live jammer, so I don't like having to use computer plugins or VSTs or anything for effects. So I kind of like it when there's a little bit of reverb and some delay built in. Even if it's trash, it still sounds better than dry, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, and so here's the thing. Some companies do it really well and some companies don't. But lately, I think a lot of companies have the DSP effects thing down, even if it is analog too. Like if they're doing like not so much, obviously DSP is digital signal processing, but I just think that a lot of the companies. So for instance, I'll give you an example. Like on the Matrix Brute, I wasn't a big fan at all of the Bucket Brigade style delay and the effects that are on this one. However, the more I used it, the more I kind of, it's very subtle on the Matrix Brute. And again, that the Matrix Brute is geared really. I mean, the effects for the Matrix Brute is something that's like completely separate. You know what I mean? Are you still there? Oh, Samurai has frozen. Okay, that's weird. He's frozen in time once again, and it's me. Got my Kumate shirt on. Let's see if I can. Oh yeah, he's gone. Host left. So I guess I'm running the show here by myself. I don't know. This is weird. Hold on. Yeah, this is strange. No, I guess not. Weird. Yeah, you're live, Echo. Okay.
We're back. We're back.
Oh, there he is.
Fucking thing overheated, dude.
Seriously?
Oh my god, dude! It's 93 degrees in the car, and obviously my phone thing's up in the window. So I tried to put a T-shirt over it, but nothing's gonna stop us. Anyway, back to the Proton.
Do you have AC in your car?
Dude, I got my AC on bus, but it don't matter. I got this friggin' old ass iPhone that needs to be up.
I told you I can take care of that for you. Oh, he froze again. You froze again. Are you there?
Oh, we're back. I might be going in and out, man. Don't worry about it. You know what it's like.
Well, because Eternian said that I'm still there. So
Yeah, as long as you're still there, we'll be back. So, anyways, back to the Proton. So, what else did you like about it?
um so like I started to say though, like I think it was really cool that you know that I think that it's really cool that companies are putting effects into synthesizers. I like it. Do you want to add more? Sure, you can always turn them off and add whatever you want externally. Um, but I do like the Proton as far as like how big the thing sounded. Like it was just big and warm and fat. Um,
Yeah.
and then there was like these subtle tones that he was doing. You know, I guess somebody had said in the one that I did this morning, or it might have been yours, I forget. But somebody did say something about not seeing it again for um, another year or so. I mean, how do we know about that? Like, is it?
Uh, I haven't. I went and looked around. I didn't see anything to do with any pre-orders or anything. I feel like they're just priming the pump again now. So the UBXAD is not getting.
Yeah, really? Uh-oh. This the synth samurai sounds like a robot now, and he's fading in and out. Uh, uh all right. So I mean that's kind of a bummer. Somebody did say again, I forget it was on my channel, your channel, earlier today. You know, is it? You know, they're getting tired of Beringer doing the whole vaporwave thing, where um, vaporware. You know, they make these announcements and then nothing happens. You know what I mean? Um, but you know, what is this? Frederick Alchemia? Hey, how you doing, bro? Cool. Um,
Yeah, so I mean, Behringer doing this, whatever that was called, vaporware, make announcements, nothing happened. They've got so many announcements that there's always something happening, though, right? So this is the part that I actually love about Behringer is Behringer keeps you updated and excited for what's coming, while also they keep releasing what they've kept you excited about that was coming. You know, like
yeah,
people keep freaking out, but I have to always be reminding everybody that last year they released the Toro, the Edge, the Solina, the UBXA, the Cobalt, 3 minis. Uh,
yeah.
there's more. You know, they released 8 synthesizers last year. You know.
Hey, Machines One, what's going on, brother? Yeah, I mean, no, I hear you, dude. Like, but and now all of that stuff has been released, which is cool. Um, and I did notice this. I got a shout out. I noticed that Air got his Cobalt, which
Yeah,
was pretty
Eric's got his
cool.
Cobalt, baby. He got the trophy. I got it sent to him. I ordered it from Manny's music store in Australia, and it got sent to him, man, in like 2 or 3 days. It was pretty easy peasy. I know that Valid Core's Behringer Pro VS Mini should be arriving at his house tomorrow, according to the tracking. hopefully this weekend if I get a friggin' minute, and I got to get unlabelables things sent to him as well. So everything's going pretty smooth and everything's getting out there. So congratulations, and I know that a lot of people like that cobalt, so that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was, I don't know if it was, yeah, it was Machines One. The Machines One said, "Should I get rid of my Wasp and get one of those?" And I'm like, "No, don't do that."
I just wonder what does the cobalt have? I haven't looked at the cobalt too much. I just know that a lot of people were loving it, and I really like the poly cobalt. But the cobalt expander, everybody seems to be getting some really awesome sounds out of that thing, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely an interesting synthesizer. You know what I mean? I want to see more demos of it. And I asked him too. I said, when you get, get settled with it and stuff, man, post a demo. We want to hear it. You know what I mean? Make a
Yep.
video. You know. Um, but anyway, so getting back to the Proton, the thing that I don't know, was he running, like, that's what I'm trying to figure out. He running effects through it? Because at one point that thing sounded like there was a nice reverb or delay that was coming off of that. But
Yeah, I gotta look into it, man. I don't know if it's got a delay. Someone in the chat, pull up the specs on the Behringer Proton and see if there's a delay in there. It also could have been just, you know how a lot of times when you got two oscillators detuned and you can really get this kind of big effect to it, you know what I mean?
yeah,
So I don't know if he was getting like an effect with that in combination with the, because I noticed that in the paraphonic mode when he was doing the paraphonic sequence
yes,
he had running, because it's also got dual filters too, don't forget, and it's got sub oscillators, so you can really
dude,
probably have an effect going on, you know?
the sub oscillators. Um, when he did the upper register with that
Yeah.
that little arpeggiation that he was doing,
Yeah.
and then he brought in the sub oscillators, I was like, man, this thing is sweet, dude. Like, and just, I don't know, like, you have a Neutron. So I one thing I liked about the Neutron when it first came out was how gritty it was. It was very gritty sounding. And I was like, ooh, this looks like something that I would definitely get my teeth on. But um I don't know. I just think that the Proton, and believe me, I think two of those, the Neutron and the Proton together is going to be a definite awesome combination.
I mean,
Um,
if you've noticed now, if you think about it, you have got the Model D with the patch bay, or sorry, the Model 15. You now also have the Neutron and the Proton, both with that Moog Sound Studio style patch bay. That is a sick friggin' tower of power right there, those three.
yeah, absolutely.
Because you've got the Neutron that's got the delay, you got the Model 15 that's got the built in reverb, plus a sequencer, and then you've got the Proton coming in with the sub oscillators and everything. So it's pretty awesome combo, those three, for $600. So
Oh
for
yeah,
the price of those three, you get one Moog Sound Studio piece of kit, right?
which, don't get me started, bro.
Oh, well, hey, but like, you know, and what the color is absolutely amazing. You know, man, we like the pretty looks of synthesizers, man. You know, you might call us synthesizer G-men. You know, we like our synths pretty. All right. So when that Proton is that beautiful blue with a cool name like that, come on, man.
No, well, and that's the thing. Like, I think we had discussed this before, or I think maybe you and Synthpunk had done it. I'm not sure, but it was, what do you look at a synthesizer and say, do I look at it because of the way it looks? Do I buy it because of the way it looks, the way it sounds? Does aesthetics actually have anything to do with purchasing a synth? And I think it does. If something looks
You do
cool, you want to play with it. You know what I mean? Now,
100%.
well, I mean, the Donor B1 doesn't look cool at all.
No, but that new drum, we'll talk about that in a second. But listen, tell Gunter if he wants to get his dad off his back, just propose to his sister so his dad can walk her down the aisle. That would make him happy. All right.
What? Any tips on how I could get my dad to stop?
Yeah, just
Oh
propose
my
to her.
god,
Just
dude.
propose to her. Just propose to her. Get it over
That's
with.
friggin'
Uh,
awesome.
so the other thing is, so The Proton looks amazing, but you know what looks even better than the Proton, my brother? And this might hurt your feelings or it might tickle your pickle. It's the Moog Muse, baby. Nobody's
Uh,
telling me that look amazing. Come on, even a Moog hater like you can say that looks good.
but I'm not a Moog hater. That's the thing. I'm so angry at them.
Yeah,
So I mean, and that's just it. I'm not. I guess I've been a Moog hater for a little while. I'll admit it, but I'm just disappointed. And yes, the Muse looks really nice. Um, however, I don't like the fact that the price tag is just dumb.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
you know, and like you said though, you were like, well, it's got this feature, that feature, and it looks really good, and blah 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 blah. I don't know. You saw my comment. I was like, well, what's up with the CS80 style buttons? That's not Moog. You know what I mean? Um, the little chiclets.
Well, everybody wants Moog to stay the same. They're in a real tough spot, aren't they?
Well, yeah, and if that's if they're going for that change, that's fine. Whatever. You know what I mean? Here's the thing. We got splattered with a lot of garbage. With Moog. We got splattered with the what's it called? The Spectravox. We got splattered
Yeah.
with the Labyrinth. To me, the Labyrinth is just don't even go there. And then
We can't do the labyrinth today.
and then we get the Muse was kind of spotted around here and there, kind of like somebody was throwing shit against the wall and hoping it would stick. You know what I mean? And then they finally come out with a legit Labyrinth commercial or whatever it was, an ad. Still to
Yeah,
me, and then I'm not hating on anybody. Just some of the people out there that were like talking about that really angered me. One of them in particular saying it was the best thing that was ever released by Moog. Get a clue, dude. But
yeah,
the other one is the Muse. We had one of the greatest synthesizer players in the world, you know, do a video on the Muse, and then
yep,
all of a sudden, Moog got mad and trashed that. And so I mean, who's in control? Is it Moog that's in control? Is it in music that's in control? Again, I don't want to just hate on Moog all the time. I would love to see Moog come out with something like the Muse that's polyphonic,
yeah,
that's in the $2,000 range.
yeah, yeah. I agree. I agree. I want. I really want. Okay, like just to stick to the Muse and then move on to what you're talking about. The Muse to me is. I think it's a make or break synthesizer. I think if they nail it and they bring it in under $4,000, which I got a sneaky feeling they're going to do 3,999. Right. That's what I
Right,
the price from Norway today that leaked, that was $4,300 US, but that includes like a 20% VAT tax, right? So I think we're looking at under 4K because under 4K is a big statement. They're basically saying we're giving you 8 voices of polyphony, fully analog except for the digital delay, and we're going to give it to you for under 4 grand, which is polybrute territory. I think that's a it's a big move, but these leaks also are right up in music's alley, like what Akai does, where they do these weird leaks, where stuff leaks out from suppliers and blah, 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 blah.
right.
I think it's annoying, but I also don't think it's annoying because I'd rather have leaks than nothing. So that's my opinion on it, right?
Yeah, and I mean, when you do compare it to the polybrute, I guess that is a good comparison. I guess that's a good kind of line of like saying, hey, Moog has to do something because, I mean, let's face it, Arturia came out with something and said, hey, this is what we got, what you got. You know what I mean? Like, you show me yours, I'll show you know what I mean? I'll show you mine.
And don't forget, Sequential dropped the Trigon 6, which is their basically, they probably started that when the Moog Muse got started. And they got it out, right? So
Yeah.
that's the three in there, isn't it?
Well,
What else?
then you have the TEO5.
It's TO5, but that's the territory that you were just talking about. That's why we need the BOB5. Moog needs
Yeah.
a 5 voice synth, and literally just copy Oberheim and sequential. You guys are all in the same category. You're all like the Mount Rushmore of synth. So why doesn't Moog just say, you know what? It's not beneath us to put out a $1,500 5-voice poly.
No, and that's what I mean. It's like, so why can't they do that? Why can't they do like a 5-voice poly,
Yeah,
right? You
yeah.
know, and all these people are like, are like, well, I like more than 5 voices because I play big chords. It's like, come on, bro. Like,
Did you watch that Limbic Bits demo the other day I sent you of the TE-05?
yes.
So in that video, I also had this conversation with one guy. He was like, "Do synthesizer companies just not make synthesizers for two-handed players anymore?" And I'm like, I get that, but I also like playing multiple synthesizers at once. So
Correct.
for me, a TE-05 in that form factor, or a BOB5 or a Take 5, a one-handed synth is very cool when you're playing multiple synths.
But I mean, even if you look at it two-handed playing, which I do,
Yeah,
I mean, I a lot of times I'll use I'll use my left hand for my bass notes
yeah,
and my right hand for my chords and soloing. So I'm not playing I'm not doing 10 fingers, man.
yeah.
You know? I just, and if you give it 16 voice, I have a 16 voice sequential Dave Smith instrument, a rev. I, I don't play 16 notes on this thing. I don't understand. You know,
Yeah,
I don't, I- you know what I mean?
it's
Like,
just something to complain about, And you know what, man? I might never make another complaint ever again because every synthesizer is awesome. That's the way I'm looking at it, except the Labyrinth. Right? Every Labyrinth is awesome. I saw something today. There was an ad. It goes, I think it was on Music Radar. It was like the Moog Labyrinth. It's like you have your own uh, expert accompaniment musician next to you at all times. And
what?
I'm like, what? But
Wow.
I just
Bro,
don't get it.
I
But
still don't get it. I've yet to see, other than Starsky Carr did one by itself,
yeah.
but he still had to add the Mother 32, the DFAM, I don't understand the Labyrinth.
Well, I think the Labyrinth, I'm almost now sure that they named it the Labyrinth just as an excuse for why people can't figure it out, right? Because it's like, well, we named it the Labyrinth because you got to use it for like 20 years and to figure it out, right?
Wow, man,
It's a,
that's amazing.
yeah, it's like a it's like the perfect way, because I don't think they had that name for that synth. I think they threw that name on that synth when they really were like, even our engineers can't figure this thing out. What are we gonna do?
That's that's amazing, dude. Like, I can't even believe I never even thought of that. Like, yeah, because in a labyrinth, you really have to figure out how to get to the other side. So, I mean,
Yeah, yeah, you gotta figure. And dude, the funny thing about it is, everybody who's demoed the Labyrinth hasn't figured it out. And these are guys who've had the Labyrinth for, let's just say, conservatively 3 months.
and they still got to put like by itself. I'm sitting there going, okay, it sounds like it sounds like a single oscillator. I don't get it, dude. And then
Well,
my to me the Behringer Edge or the DFAM does way more than that thing. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Wow, there's got a lot
all
of
right. Well,
people
how
in the
about this?
chat.
How
Hold
about
on, you gotta say hello, Inky the cat. We got who else? We got Hayes.
we
Hayes
got
is in the chat. Hey guys, sorry. Go ahead.
We got the Chinese one. Yeah, man. What's up? What's up, my people? Here's the deal. The Labyrinth is $600. The Model 15, the Proton, and the Neutron, you can get all of them for about 600 bucks.
Yep.
The Moog Labyrinth build quality than it
Uh,
just isn't. Both made in Taiwan or China. They're not better.
well,
It's
I
just
mean, even like the subharmonicon, like I just don't understand. Like, I forget who it was. I think it's middle-aged synth. I think that's what he calls himself.
Oh, midlife synthesis.
Midlife synthesis. Yeah, so I watch him. I like his show. Um,
Yeah.
but I messaged him and I said, "So what do you think of it?" And he said he likes it, but it's not for everyone. Um,
Yeah. That seems to be the comment. Is everybody is it's not fun to learn how to use. The only person I saw have fun was Viral Beats. That's that's the only guy I saw have fun, and I think he had fun because it was just so friggin' crazy that he was like, "This thing is crazy," you know.
yeah,
And he got some crazy.
well, he couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah,
I don't know if he was laughing at it or he's actually having fun with it.
I probably a little of both. But
uh,
what did you think about that new Donner drum machine today? The D1, whatever it was called, experiential drum machine.
yeah, man, I was impressed with that little thing, and I was like, wow, this looks cool, and I'm like, it it sounded really good. I mean, the Donor B1 sounds amazing. You know, the other thing I liked about it was the fact that you can load your own samples into it. And how much was it?
I didn't get the price. It can't be much more than 120 bucks, is it?
I don't know. Let me look it up. I'm going to look it up right now.
Yeah.
But
Anybody in the chat, if you know how much that drum machine is, throw it in there. Also, hit that like button, baby. Give that like button a punch in the face for your boys.
let's see.
Yeah, that thing was cool. I actually like the look of the Donner drum machine better than the bass machine.
Yeah, I mean, because it reminded me a lot of like one of the Roland units. Was it the
Yeah, the
MC?
MC7.
Yeah. That's kind of what it reminded me of. And I like the fact like the when you change the different settings, like those faders would change the same as the buttons on the side. Um, just an
I think
easy way to map stuff.
I think I'm gonna buy it. If it's like under 200 bucks, I'm gonna buy it because I want an alternative to my Korg drum log because that Korg drum log, although I'm a Korgi, that drum log annoys the crap out of me. I don't know why, it just annoys me, man. I just like
Well, I mean, you're not the only one that said that. It's not a very, and I think that's why I have a feeling that a lot of people said that it's a little difficult to program, but I think that's why they've discontinued it. I don't think it caught on like they thought it would. So
yeah,
I
and you
mean,
know what? I think they didn't Korg doesn't like I find sometimes Korg doesn't really promote their products that well. They don't like they didn't promote the Op 6 as much as they should have when the Op 6 is amazing. I feel like they did zero promotion on the Mod Wave, and I feel like they did the most on the Wave State. And I just don't understand why they don't. It just feels like they're not really like who's the guy from the UK who always does the Korg videos? He's awesome. He's like a wizard on the keyboards. What's his name? Andy? Not Andy.
um, God, I met him at Nam too.
Yeah, it's not Andy. Anyways, he's got glasses. He's wicked. He's always on Andertons.
Super nice guy.
Yeah, he's cool, man. He's awesome. And I think they're coming out with the Prologue Mark II is what I think. I think they got a Drumlog Mark II coming and they got a Prologue Mark II coming. And the Minilog XD, I don't know. Maybe they'll have a Mark II for that coming too because they're due, Korg is due for their next generation of uh, highly consumable synthesizers, if you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, I think they got something cooking. Again, they've discontinued making the Drumalog. So I think that I really think that oh, wait a minute, what's Inky the cat saying? Where is it? It says Drumalog. Did they fix the effects cutting off when changing patterns? That's why I didn't get it.
I
Um,
I haven't even noticed that because I
James Dyson's in the chat. Hey James.
oh, James Dyson. James Dyson's the man. He's the guy who did that preset pack for the UBXA I showed in the video this morning.
Yeah, very
Super,
cool.
super cool.
Oh man, you got Frank Manhan's in here. You've got 3D Robin. We got some people in here, man.
We're talking about the Moog Muse, and we're talking about the Donner D1 new drum machine that just came out, which to me, that's pretty exciting for today because I think you can get that almost immediately. Is that ready to go? Ready to order?
I'm trying to find it and I can't find it. What's it called? The D1?
Called the Donner Experiential Drum Machine or something.
I got it.
Yeah. What's the actual name? Read out the name.
It just says the Donner Essential D1
Yeah.
Performance Beat Machine. It's $299, dude.
Yeah.
That's a good deal.
That's
And it's small. It's very
$299.
it's small too. Like I couldn't believe the size of it.
$299.
Yep, $299.99.
All right, too expensive for me. If it was $199, I'd get it. $299, no.
It says it's in stock, 50 units plus. No, I can't do that. I said that today. I said I can't buy anything else right now, man. I gotta pay off my Sweetwater card.
All right, listen, dude. I'm turning into the underground tunnel to the Bat Cave here, so I could lose the signal. If I lose the signal for a bit, I don't know if you still keep the signal, but just hold tight, and I'll try to increase my speed in order to get through this this patch here. But you know, if it goes out, it goes out. Everyone in the chat, just hold tight. If the stream goes dead for a little bit, just take it easy,
Well,
and we'll be back shortly. But
yeah,
until that point,
the stream went dead and I was still on, and then you popped back in. So
hey.
Oh, there he goes. All right, now you sound like a robot. He's frozen in time, guys. Anyway, how does everybody feel about the Proton in the chat? Is everybody excited about this, or are you guys more excited about the Muse? You guys more excited about yeah, Twilight Zone? Yeah, man. um, are you more excited about I mean, even this Donner drum machine thing looks pretty good. Oh, he's in and out. He's fading in and out. We got you back, I think. Oh, you froze again. Proton for me for sure, James Dyson says. Eternian says, want Proton most exciting. Yeah. So we got some people digging it. That's cool. I'm more excited about my modular rack. Well, that's cool, Hayes. I'm not sure why you guys are so confused by it. Laugh out loud. The machine's won. I plan on getting a Proton for sure. Cool. Country Fair 74. I like the Proton, but more into the Model 15. Yeah, the Model 15 is nice, man. Synth Samurai is still frozen in time, guys. Am I still coming through? Let's see. Anybody in the chat? Am I still coming through? All right, there he is. Let's see. I just read off a bunch of people saying they're excited about the Proton. He's frozen again. Oh, there he is. Country Fair 74 says he's excited about the Proton, but he's more into the Model 15, which I agree. The Model 15 is nice. It is. I just put the
All right,
I just put the question out there for you because in the chat, I just wanted to see if like everybody, what they were really into. Were they into more of the Muse, the Proton, the Donner drum machine, and a lot of people are going for the Proton, which is exciting. Oh, he froze again. There he is. Oh. Yeah, okay, cool. Inky the cat says he can still he can still hear me. All right, good. Oh, there he is. Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good. So the Proton won the survey.
It kind of looks like, yeah, it looks like proton and neutron look like a great combo, says Frank Manhans. Um, so yeah, a lot of people are digging it. Hayes definitely is interested in it. So I'm definitely interested in it. Again, I love the color of it too, and I love the fact that it has so much to offer. You know what I mean?
Should I buy the TE-05 or the UBXAD?
TE-05.
Yeah, what's the chat think? Should I buy the TE-05 or the UBXAD?
Let's see.
No.
I The thing about the UBX AD is oh, everybody's saying TE-05, brother.
You guys, you guys want me to double up that cheese and get that TE-05? I guess I'm gonna have to do it.
Hayes says UBX AD.
Ooh, one for the UBXAD.
Yeah, but Molten Wolf says TE-05. And who else? We have another one in here. Country Fair 74 says TE-05. Destructo is now in the chat. He says TE-05.
We got.
Oh, it says oh yeah, Frank Manhan says, oh, TE-05 plus the Beringer rack. Ha ha ha.
Oh, plus the Beringer rack.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, we got, wait a minute. James Dyson says UBXA, you then you have a poly AT to play other gear with.
Damn, dude.
So here's
Damn.
the thing. Eternian says TE-05.
So on one sec. One sec. Yo. I'll be out in a bit. All right. I'll be out in a bit. I'm just doing something for a minute. They ate the beans already? Friggin' rabbits? Well, I'm going to eat them if they keep eating the beans, so just tell them that.
Rabbit stew, baby.
Yeah, I'll eat the rabbits, no problem, dude. I love rabbit stew. It's like,
yeah, rabbit stew is awesome.
Yeah, I'll eat those. The only reason I haven't set up snares to eat them is because she likes them, so.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. But, all right, so who wants to hear the stats on the Moog Muse real quick?
Anybody? Bueller?
The Moog Muse, man, I'm telling you right now, don't be sleeping on the Moog Muse. Although I did get a rumor today, not a rumor, I got confirmed that there's a big exodus at Moog. A lot of people are leaving Moog right now.
Well, I thought they already left.
No, I mean a lot of people are leaving now, even after the redundancies. They're they're leaving by their own will, and a lot of people are being sent home. Let's just say. Well, you know, rabbits got more protein than chicken.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, so there's like there's a farm up the road too. You can go buy rabbit, and it's got, yeah, I think rabbit per the same weight. If you were to get like 16 grams of protein per chicken breast or something,
Yeah.
the rabbit with the same amount of meat or even less meat has got like 22 to 26 grams of protein.
Yeah,
Right?
rabbit stew is good, man. I got a quick funny story.
Yeah.
So my sister, when she was a kid, my grandfather, my dad, I mean, gave my sister 2 rabbits as pets. And my grandfather's wicked Italian. So, you know, she came home from school and the rabbits were gone.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, Papa, where's my rabbits? And he's in the kitchen stirring this big pot.
Mm-hmm.
He made rabbit stew. She like threw up. She couldn't eat it. She freaked out, dude. Because because he's Italian, he thought when they get livestock and they put it in cages, it was to cook, it was to eat. Because he used to do that with chickens too. He would cut their heads off and and cook them. You know what I mean? So
yeah, Hayes
my
was just
poor
saying
sister's
live off rabbits because they got no fat. That's true.
Yeah, well, my sister was just like, traumatized ever since then, about her poor rabbits. But I thought it was kind of funny, but that's just me. I have a dark sense of humor. So,
You like meat?
oh, I love meat. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, me too. Big
Yeah,
time.
my wife and I are meat eaters, dude.
Yeah, you got to eat meat, man.
Gotta eat meat.
Vegetarians, but you got to eat meat,
I tried doing that whole vegetarian thing years ago, and just, and people that do it, more power to you. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
I'm a carnivore,
Yeah, me
you
too.
know.
Yeah, I like
So,
meat. I like meat. I come from Newfoundland, man, where we eat pretty much live off of seal, rabbit, moose, codfish,
oh, I like
and
moose.
yeah, crab, lobster. That's like the staple food. And then basically the only vegetables we would eat would be root crops like turnip, potato, carrot, cabbage, beets,
Yep.
and then beets and then the meats, root crops and meat pretty much.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, this Moog Muse is no joke, dude. 3 oscillators, 2 filters, ladder filters. Does that surprise you?
No.
It's got the thing I like about the Moog Muse is what a lot of people didn't like is the diffusion delay, the digital configurable stereo multi-tap delay.
Well, I mean, so again, you got to look at the big picture here too. Um, Digital delays are a lot easier to create. DSP chips are cheaper to make, when it comes to delays and reverbs and choruses and things. Yeah,
Hmm.
Bucket Brigade stuff is awesome and it's warm and it sounds really nice. But I mean, like, you know, as far as like trying to keep the price down on this thing, I mean, throwing in, a DSP delay and reverb is going to definitely help it. But you know, like I said, it's weird, man, because a lot of the synths that are out today, I mean, even like the Hydra, the reverbs and delays on that thing are sick. Dude, the freaking
They're awesome.
the Mini Freak,
Yeah.
yeah, sounded amazing. You know what I mean? So
I,
I
I
mean,
I don't know why Moog wouldn't, if they're going to throw a digital delay in there, why wouldn't they throw a reverb?
I don't know. And again, it could just be, the size, like, of all the
Yeah,
components that they have to put in
yeah,
there. It's
true.
16 voices, so there's a lot of boards in there, you know what I mean? So, I did
Eight boards,
notice one
eight,
thing, and not to
eight.
get off the Muse, thing, but I did notice in the back of the, UBXAD, I did notice the fan in the back, just like the DeepMind 12 has a fan in it. So they're keeping that cool because, analog stuff heats up, man. It sounds better when it's hot, but I mean, it heats up.
Yeah, it's got the built-in power bank too.
Yeah,
I
which
mean,
is
I
nice.
think honestly, I think the UBXA desktop is even cooler than the keyboard. To be honest with you,
Yeah, I do too.
the fact that you can rack mount it and they give you the rack ears is very cool. I think one of the biggest problems people had, and I don't know if it's because they got some of the first units, was they didn't like the keys. The keys were sticking, and
Well, it's just like in the ad. What's his name says? He goes, "It's a big friggin' unit.
yeah,
Um,
huge.
it's a huge unit, and I like the form factor of the desktop model. It's smaller than the DeepMind 12 desktop model,
Uh-huh.
you know, and it looks nice, man, with the pinstriping, and like you pointed out today, I think they did change out the red LCD screen for a what do you call it?
OLED.
An OLD. Oh yeah, OLD. Yeah,
I did some
an OLED.
investigation on that, dude. I did some investigation on that. There's one guy called what's his name? It's like Dangly Lungarin or something. He posted a video, and he said that when Behringer released the UBXA, the picture on their website that they showed everybody had the black screen, the OLED screen.
Yeah.
Then when everybody got the UBXA, it had the orange screen. So he's saying that it's just the image that they're showing you is the black screen. It's not being replaced. I'm
Oh,
hoping I'm hoping Behringer replaces it because I think that was one of the biggest complaints is it was a crap screen. But
well, so the orange style red screen. I mean, that's the original Oberheim screens. That's what they looked like.
yeah, they cloned it. They cloned
Yeah.
it. They got to stop cloning it exactly. Is what they got to stop doing.
Well,
Seriously.
I know. I hope, because now, like, the TE05. that has like a blue LED screen, like a blue OLED screen, which looks
Yeah,
really nice.
yeah,
So, you know, I'm hoping that because I really do like that. I like the what do you call it? I like the UBXAD. I do. I like it, and I had wicked gas for it until I saw the Proton.
yeah. I know. I know it's hard to go for the. It's hard, right? It's hard. Again,
There's so much, man.
if they release the UBX AD with all those Clark Technic effects built into it or something like that. I don't know, man. I guess I'm not just a purist and I just don't want to I don't want to have to run my synthesizers through a computer plug-in or add effects post playing because it's just a different thing for me. I don't really do that. So I guess
Well,
that's
that's more of a like because you're a live player, so that's
yeah,
more of a studio thing.
yeah.
I
So
like
I
doing
guess,
that stuff. I mean, I like doing everything. But I mean, as far as like when I'm recording in my studio, I love being able to add effects on later on or um but you know, then there are times where I record, you know, I'm recording and I'll record using effects and I'll print it right to the track. Um I've been doing that for years when I used to have a recording studio that had, you know, analog tape, you know. So printing right to tape always made it sound nice and warm and was it was very cool to do. One of the things I mentioned to you last night, and I think you had already gone to bed, and I messaged you. I said, "Do you think that Oberheim will make a TE-05 module?"
I think they're dumb if they don't.
Because man, I'll tell you, I will stop talking about protons and all this other shit if they do that.
Do a
I will
module.
buy that unit.
Do a module for $999.
I would totally buy that.
But Take Five hasn't done one.
True.
You know, I think a module's for those type of things. It's a no brainer. You're just taking the keys off. To me, it's like, why wouldn't you do a module? Why wouldn't you just add another SKU? You know?
And again, like the UBXAD, dude, that's MPE.
Yeah, I know.
I even said to you last night, I said, imagine hooking up the Osmos to that thing.
I know. There's some real good sounds comes out of that, man. The demo that Patchdog did with Beringer, and then the James Dyson demo. It's just
Amazing.
it sounds good, man. James Dyson, if you're in the chat, what effects did you have on that on your UBXA and that demo you did for landscapes? And also, Inky the Cat wants to know if you got a Neutron. What Behringer synths do you got?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I got the cat. I got the two wasps. I've got the DeepMind 12. I got the TD 03 MO.
Mm-hmm.
I've got the MS1. Uh, what else? Is that it? Is that it? I don't even freaking know what I have, dude. Yeah, I think that's it. That's
You
it.
got you got someone just said the TE05's on Timu.
Seriously?
That's what someone said.
That's freaking hilarious.
Oh, dude, I think that's friggin' hilarious. Hold on now. I'll go to the backyard here and sit down in the chair for a minute. Hopefully,
Yeah, man. Like, you know, it's funny. I like Behringer stuff. I also have the RD6. I forgot about that guy. You know, it's funny. Today I was going to do a video on just the DeepMind 12, because I haven't done one of those in a long time. So, oh, he froze again. Did you overheat again, bro? Oh, he's gone. Oh, there he is.
he's back.
Yeah, I was going to actually do a demo on the DeepMind 12 today, and just show some of the cool features of it because it just sounds amazing. I use that one mainly for big pads.
I'd like to see a demo of the DeepMind 12. I'd like to see them come out with the DeepMind 24, or the DeepMind X would be cool. And if they put it out with a new screen, they fixed all the things that people didn't like about it. The
Yeah,
DeepMind X, cool.
the screen sucks. You
Yeah,
know, the screen is very old school, and I think that's what they were going for was like that old, like kind of like that that nostalgia kind of thing, but it sucks. You know, it really does. I told you I use the software for it to do all my editing and stuff because the screen sucks. You know, and my screen's very dim now anyway. The screen burnt out on me, but um, yeah, I can. You can still see it. It's still backlit, but it's not as bright as it was because apparently that's one of the things that goes wrong with the DeepMind 12 series, is the screens don't last that long. Um,
Really?
but yeah, and I turned it down so I don't burn it out any further. But you know, when it comes to changing patches and editing and stuff, I use the Music Tribe software that they have, and it works really well. You know, um, I mean, I can still use it without the software, but I choose not to turn up the screen because I don't want it to totally burn out on me. And
Yeah.
I've looked everywhere. I've talked to people from all over the planet trying to get one of those screens because I'll fix it myself. I don't care. You know, I have no problem opening up stuff and fixing things myself. But yeah, I can't find it. I have the model number and everything, and I can't find it anywhere.
Can you replace the DeepMind screen with a totally different screen,
I
or does
don't
it?
think so. It has to be. I would love that, but it has to be the same size, and it has to have the same number of pins on the cable in order to plug it in. And
Got you.
it's you know it's a Chinese screen. It's you know wherever it was designed and built and made, it was designed just for Behringer.
Yeah.
So you know, I contacted a couple of people, and if anybody in the chat knows where I can get a new screen for this thing, please let me know because I would totally buy it. I know it's not going to be cheap because LCD screens they go anywhere from $80 to 200, $300.
I mean, sure,
Um,
be able to find out where they source that screen. It's just a friggin' Chinese screen, isn't it?
Dude, I contacted them and they told me that they couldn't give me that source because I'm not a reseller, like a like a distributor, like Sweetwater or somebody. And I said, but I'm an electronic, you know, not an engineer, but I mean I'm an electronics guy. I fix electronics parts and stuff. Like, that's what I do. So I'm like, I don't have a problem fixing this thing. You know what I mean? But you know, they kind of blew me off and poo-pooed me, and I was like, okay. They said if I wanted to, I could send it back to them, and they'll just replace the screen, and they'll charge me for it because it's obviously out of warranty. But I'm like, I'm not sending this thing halfway around the globe, dude, for a screen.
No,
It's like,
that's annoying. I wonder
yeah.
if you could take a picture of the synthesizer and the screen, and then contact someone on Alibaba and be like, "Can you track me down where the screen is made?"
I mean, I could give that a shot because I do have the model number.
Yeah, get the model
I have
number.
the part number. I have the model number. You know who gave it to me? I believe was Geo Synths because I contacted him. And he's over in the UK, and he said, yeah, I don't know where you can find these. He says, but I do have this information for you, and he emailed it to me. So
James
I,
Dyson says try emailing Beringer again.
you think?
I mean, he's saying why not give it another shot?
Okay, yeah, I'll give it a shot. I'll do it today.
And if you can't do that, if you can get a hold of your Alibaba guy, tell him you'll order 100 screens, and then you put them up for sale for people who need screens.
Yeah, because I mean, if it's something on Alibaba that I could get, you know, it's going to be cheap.
Maybe like
Um,
$1 a screen or something. Sell them for $5.
because it's crazy. Like, I did get a list of companies. Who was it? Oh, Sweetwater sent me a list of companies to try because they even said there's no way we'd have to order it directly from Beringer. And
Hmm.
because I didn't buy it from Sweetwater, they will not service it. Do you believe that bullshit?
That's a, that's kind of, I don't like the idea of like when you buy something used, people don't honor servicing it and stuff like that. That's annoying.
Yeah, it's not cool, you know. And the thing is I bought it direct from Guitar Center, brand new in the box.
Yeah.
Um, but then, you know, I don't I don't know. We talked about this before. I don't know if you've gone on Guitar Center's website lately, but they've changed everything. It looks amazing, and they're offering all kinds of gear and stuff again. And but anyway, I I've heard horror stories of people sending their guitars and their keyboards and stuff out to be serviced by Guitar Center. and they come back broken or something's wrong with them. So I'm like all set with that, dude. I'm not sending my DeepMind 12 out to them. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
again, it's something that I can fix. I don't have a problem taking something apart. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
You know, but I just, I don't really trust anybody.
I, dude, sending stuff, expensive stuff in a box somewhere for someone else to knock it around is rough. What's up, Hans Volt's in the chat, baby? What's happening, Hans?
Hans Volt.
Hans
Nice.
back in action.
Yeah. So, anyway, getting back to what we were saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that the Proton is very cool. I don't know about the UBXAD now because that it doesn't have any effects. But like, dude, I'm telling you, man, if the TE05 comes out in a module,
You getting it?
yes,
I mean,
I
I
have
think
to wait, but I will.
I think I'm getting it. I'm gonna buy it this weekend, I think.
Yeah, you still haven't pulled the trigger on anything, have you? Oh, except for the you got the
I got the Sonicware Ambient Zero coming.
yeah.
Dude,
I
I got to talk to my Sweetwater rep. I'm on the pre-order for the MS5. I'm on the pre-order for the UBXAD. I got to call him and be like, Yuval, bro, take me off all the pre-orders. I need to reboot because you guys, there's too much stuff coming out. Take me off all these pre-orders I'm on because, dude, this stuff might just start showing up at the house.
Yeah, and we discussed that. You might be sleeping on the couch, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I'll be out there with the friggin' rabbits.
No, it's like, my wife, she's cool and stuff too, but like, every once in a while she'll say, "What'd you buy now?" You
Oh,
know?
Dyson said fire him an email. He's got a developer friend that he works at Beringer, and he might be able to get you screen. So hit him up in an email.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, definitely. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. I'm actually probably gonna
Oh,
yeah,
Proton Direct from Behringer for $400. No way, that's got to be false, is it?
what?
Ooh, are they going to do the Proton be their first Direct because it's their first synth? Not their first, but their next,
Their next of their own development.
their own original, and then they'll ship it right from the. $400 seems pricey for the Proton though, but I guess what was the Neutron? The Neutron's $299.
Is it?
I think it's $299. Check it out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Neutron's $299. Well, no, that can't be right, man. There's no way they're selling. There's no way they're selling the Pro 800 for $399, and they're going to sell you a two-voice Proton for 400. That don't make sense.
The Neutron's 349.
Ooh, okay, all right.
So it has gone up in price. I remember it was 299. When you bought it, wasn't it 299?
When I got it, it was $299.
Yeah.
That's
Because I
interesting
know because I know they a lot of the prices did go up. It is in stock. That's in stock at Sweetwater right now. And that
for
comes with rack ears too. I didn't know that.
349.
Oh no, the rack ears, sorry, 363 with the rack ears.
363, and you can get a Pro 800 for $399. That
No,
seems.
no, no, a Neutron,
No, I'm saying yeah, but you can get a Pro 800 for $399.
which is killer. That thing is sick.
I had the Pro 800. It
I know
sounds
you didn't like the
absolutely.
buttons.
It sounds incredible. It blew me away. The sound. I was like, if you haven't seen my Pro 800 demo, go watch it. It's probably the best Pro 800 demo on YouTube by far, and
Except for
except for yours.
no. Daniel
Oh
Fisher did the dual one, remember?
yeah, Daniel Fisher got the dual.
That was sick, dude.
Yeah, he's got the full Pro 800, which is crazy.
Yeah, that was I'd like my Sweetwater rep was like, "You need to watch this video," and he sent it to me. And I sat there with my mouth open going, "Wow, that sounds unbelievable." You know?
They're
I
actually selling the Pro 800 double pack too on Sweetwater as well.
That's right, they are because of Daniel
Yeah,
Fisher.
it's cool, man. I mean, that sounded really, really good, man.
Yeah. I want to see what Tolman if has anybody looked at Tolman stuff
For how much?
to see if it was on sale there? I bought stuff from Tolman.
I got an email from Sonicware today, and they said that they asked for my address and everything last night, so they must be getting ready to ship the second batches out. So hopefully should get that. I mean,
That thing's sick, man. That thing's gonna be
I don't
awesome.
know if I'm in the first batch, second batch. I don't know if I got right in under the skin of my nose in the first batch because they just wrote and they were like, "Can you update us with your address again?" So if I got in the first batch, what's up, Synth Punk? That might be here. Uh, it could be here next week, but I'm saying it'll probably be here. They'll probably ship it out. Either way, dude, I'm so pumped for the Ambient Zero. I don't know why. I just feel like I'm really friggin' excited for that thing, man.
Yeah, man. It's something that you're gonna get lost in that thing. You know what's cool about that, dude? You're gonna take that outside and you're gonna do a jam and you're just gonna get lost in it.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure when I'm doing that jam, my feet are in the grass too. I'm not
Ser-
doing that on the table. I'm gonna be down on the grass. I'm gonna have that going, and I'm gonna do the jam with that with the Arturia Mini Freak. I feel like that's a real nice combo, you
I
know.
think so.
You imagine the Geiger patch on top of the friggin'
Dude, that thing is wild. And again, I that's something that's on the gas radar for me, but I can't buy anything right now. But yeah, that's a really, really nice synth, man.
Yo,
Well,
Synth Punk, you can't do three squares in YouTube Live yet. It's annoying. I don't know why. You can do YouTube together with two people, and then one person leaves and someone comes in. You can do that, but you can't do three. I don't know why. It's stupid, but I'm sure they're going to add that in at some point. They got to.
well, um, hang on a sec. My wife just texted. She just had a tooth pulled, the poor thing today, and she's not doing too good. Hang on a sec.
Yeah, I know you're joking, bro. Uh,
Um, no, I was going to ask you about the. I noticed the vertical thing that you sent me today. Did they fix that?
yeah, I'm pretty sure they fixed it because of my emails, dude.
That's so weird.
Because I don't. I even wrote the guy back after. I was like, "Hey, dude, I did your job for you. I found out what the fix was. You guys must have just updated it yesterday, so now you actually know where it is." And I sent them the screenshots
Yeah,
in case someone else asked you instead of you trying to send them off to some blog. Um,
yeah. It was like because I when you sent me that, I was like, oh, let me try. I'm going to try it. I didn't post anything, but I was like, why is it back? That's just
well,
weird.
I'm pretty sure they just they what I think happened is they just cut it out and they didn't update it yet, right? And that's why the dude was telling me to go look on the blogs because it hadn't been updated.
Right.
Because YouTube's doing this thing now where they're really trying to push the vertical, right?
Yep.
So I think this is my theory. Again, this is a conspiracy theory. I think they left it for a week so that people who were going live would just start going live vertical because there was no other option, right?
Yeah.
And then when they went vertical a couple times, they probably would have got a bump in views. So they're like, "Oh shit, I'll just go vertical more." And
Right.
now they got the horizontal back. Hopefully, they got a group of people who are just went vertical a bunch of times because going vertical when you're doing a YouTube, a lot of the older people don't like it, but the younger people love the vertical because everyone's walking around with their phone like this, and no one's walking around watching stuff like this when
That's
they're
it's true.
right. It's just the
It-
way I don't like it. I like horizontal landscape mode.
yeah. So same here. Like even if I'm at work and I'm sitting on my break, I'm looking at my phone like this. You
Yeah,
know.
me too.
Um,
This and I mean, now that I think about it, it looks weird.
well, yeah, it does. But I mean, like you said, a lot of young because I watch the younger kids, they'll be watching videos like this. You
Yeah, it's
know.
classic TikTok, whatever
Yeah.
TikTok Reels, and I don't know what's Facebook's one, whatever that's called. But it's annoying if you want to do a horizontal video with a bunch of gear and you got to do a vertical.
Right.
You know, it's
That's
stupid. But what they said is if you go vertical, they will put you on the news feed, right, or the main feed. You will show up on the main feed with all the big boys. They said they're trying to push vertical because they said vertical allows for lo-fi streamers to get exposure. That's what they're saying anyway. I
I
think
mean,
it's just shorts, but
well, I think that's what it's all about because they're really gearing towards shorts because they're trying to compete with TikTok. Again, I don't remember what the Facebook one is either, but that's what they're trying to do. So I mean, I just think that it's like for us, it's kind of a pain in the ass because we want to show stuff off.
Yeah.
You know, um, so what's
No,
Inky the
hold on
chat
now.
say?
Yeah.
So
In-
you can't go live horizontal anymore. What the
no,
fuck?
you can. No, you can go horizontal. They just changed. They removed it from the advanced settings on your phone, and they just disappeared it for a week. And I tried to go live, and I could only go live vertical. So I started writing YouTube back and forth emails, and they were like, "We have no idea. There's a problem with your phone. You blah 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 blah." And then this morning when I got up, I went on to go live in the car. And on the main page now, you don't have to go into advanced settings anymore. There's a little button there that looks like a cell phone. And you just click that and you set it up right in the main part of your video on the video screen. You click it and it goes horizontal, click it goes vertical. So they just gave everybody a week of having to go vertical, hoping that it would it's called what this call in psychology, it's called a behavioral nudge. So in psychology, there's something called a behavioral nudge, which they're kind of forcing you into something by bumping you a bit. So by keeping it only vertical for a week, they were nudging you to do your live streams vertical, hoping that it would create a new behavior. It's called a behavioral nudge. Look it up.
Yeah, I mean, and that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
Um, I'll probably do it, but you know,
yeah.
it's going to be. I'm still that old school kind of guy where I'm like, no, I want to. Landscape mode is amazing. We have the technology for it. I'm on landscape mode right now on my iPad. I got landscape mode always going on with my phone. So it's like,
But you
you
know what's
know,
you know what's crazy is this go live YouTube we're doing now. We can only do this in vertical. So even
well,
though even though you're in landscape mode, when this appears after the fact, it will be vertical.
that's so messed up
And the chat comes from the bottom up. Whereas if I did a live alone in landscape mode, the chat scrolls along the
on the
side.
side. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
So
just watching the chat coming up from the bottom. Yeah.
yeah, it's weird, right? Weird.
It, it's, I don't get it. Like
But
I
listen,
said, I
there,
get it to the point of facts that you were saying, but I don't get like, if you want to do something, if you want to do something in horizontal mode or landscape mode, it should be your choice.
yeah, it is your choice now. They just gave you a week to behavioral nudge you.
But they're not going to push you, like you said. They're not going to push you with the big boys. Yeah. So I
They got
mean, yeah, we'll do. I mean, I'll probably try it and see what happens. The last video I didn't do that. The
the
live.
problem is like the audience for synthesizers in general are an audience not of youth, right? Unless you're into teenage engineering nonsense. But general audience of synthesizers, you're looking at a group between, I mean, 35 to say 75, but the majority are probably 45 to 65 in that range, like the big bulk.
Right.
And a lot of people watch YouTube on their TV. And when you watch a vertical video on your TV, it looks shit.
It's awful.
It's awful. It looks crap.
You know what's funny? I did a video when I did an unboxing video of my Matrix Brute, a while back. And the funny part is he's begging his wife for a beer. Uh she said no. Uh my poor I gotta go check on my wife in a bit because she, like I said, she had her tooth pulled. So um but I did an unboxing video on the Matrix Brute. Uh and I remembered I was because I had to open it. I didn't have any back then. I had no tripods. I had nothing, and I'm holding my phone like this, and I'm unboxing with one hand, and then I'm trying to pull it out with one hand out of the box. And this guy messages me
Yeah.
like later on after he watched the video, and he's like, "Hey man, like you should really try shooting in landscape mode. The vertical mode." He's like, "How old are you?" Or something like that. In other words, like I'm an old guy not knowing what I was doing. So I
Mhm.
answered him back. I said, "Hey man, I was unboxing with one hand. Like,
Yeah.
what do you want from me?" You know what I mean? Like, so I mean, I get criticized for doing it then, and now it's cool. You know what I mean? Now it's a cool thing to do.
That was cool.
Um,
Listen, what do you think about before I take off here? I want to know what you think about the Donner B1 bass machine and the drum combo. You think that's what, like with that little combo, they almost need like a keys now, don't they? They need like a little bit of a lead or a pad machine to go with that little setup they got going there.
I like the demo that they did using that. I thought that was really cool.
But
So that
they're missing. They need something. They need one more thing.
Yeah, they need something that plays pads or something like that. They'll probably come out with something. I mean,
Yeah.
the drum machine, the first iteration of the drum machine, I don't know if you remember it. I don't know if they showed it at NAMM or it was at Super Booth last year, and it was horrible.
Uh-huh.
I don't think it even worked. I think Nick Batts said it wasn't even working. So they did it now. They have it now. So I imagine they're probably going to come out with something else because they're really leaning towards making synthesizers. You know, so I think it'll happen. You
Yeah.
know.
And for, as far as the little setup, you get the bass machine for 100, right? Thank you. You get the bass machine for 100.
Oh, see that? Look at that. That's nice.
That's a beautiful wife.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you get the bass machine for $100. Then you
Yeah, it's
get the
like
drum
yeah.
machine for $299. But that $299 is going to go down to 150, isn't it?
I don't know, man, because like on the B1, the B1 they like I got mine for $79,
Mm-hmm.
but now it's back up to what's it, 119 now, 120 or something like that. So I mean, it fluctuates with them.
Dude, the crazy thing is too, the B1 is an all analog machine for
All
that,
analog.
and this new drum machine, you can load your own samples on it, dude. That's huge for
$299
$299, and it
to
looks,
load.
it adds a little flavor with the colors too, right?
Yeah, so what's the rolling one?
The J6 era or whatever.
Yeah, the rolling one. Is it no, what's the rolling one? Is it I'm trying to
That
think.
the little bass one they got to go with that little setup.
They have it's a 7, a 6, and that thing's what, like 599 or something like that, or 399. I forget what
Yeah,
it is.
they're not too.
Um,
Are you talking about the TR8, or are you talking about the little one?
no, I'm talking about they came out with a bunch of like the MC models. Oh, wait a minute, what does it say?
MC 101.
No, what the hell is it, man?
Because you got the J6 chord machine. You're talking about that setup, right? With the ET4.
Is that what it is? No, no, not that. No, 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 no.
Okay.
I'm just gonna look it up real quick.
Oh, I mean, I think I might, not right now, but I do need to get a different drum machine. I think I was going to go back and buy the Alesis SR16,
Yeah, you
but
said that.
I don't think I'm going to get that anymore. I think I'm going to leave that in the past, and I might try that Donner D1 because that is interesting. It's small, looks pretty very simple,
Yeah,
but you're
I mean, for
but you're
200 bucks and you can load your own samples in it, that's pretty dope, man. You know what I mean? Like,
very cool.
I'm looking it up right now, and Jesus, there's so much to go through. I can't even. Here
Yeah,
we go. Here we go. I got 2 pages here.
I'm wondering what you must be talking about the MCs. MC
It's got to
101,
be.
707.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what the bass one is though.
Jesus, they don't even have it on here on Sweetwater.
They also got that little TR6, which is a pretty decent little drum machine too.
Yeah, well, I have the T8, which is a drum machine and a TB303. And I did some demos on that, dude, and it sounds amazing. You know,
Hmm.
that's a great little box. It's this big. It's part of the J6 and the this guy here. It's part of that series, the
Yeah,
Aria
that's
series.
a little on the road setup, man.
Yeah, and I like I told you before about this, the vocoder, it sounds amazing. It really does, you know. Um, but yeah, so I mean, I think those things cost. They got to be costing around $500 or $600. Maybe I'm off, the chart on that one, but I pretty sure because the D1 by Donor is only 299. So that's
Yeah,
definitely that's definitely kicking rolling in the teeth with saying, oh hey, we came out with a sampling unit drum machine for less money than what you guys are selling it for. Is it quality? the B1's built like a tank.
It sounds great if you ask me. I like the sound of that.
It does. You know, it's dirty. It can get nasty, but then it can get real light and mellow. It's a very cool little synth, and it has keys built onto it. So
Can you MIDI into that?
yeah, I told you I have that connecting to my edge. That's what's controlling the clock on the edge.
So I got a new idea for a show, man. I think I'm gonna. I don't know the name of it yet. Let me tell you. Let me tell you, and you tell me what you think.
Yeah.
I haven't decided quite the name yet. I might do it a Kumate, but I might not do the Kumate. I was just thinking about well, just generic name. I'll probably make a different name later. But I think me and you talked about it the other day. That synth show open line. So
Okay.
or I might call it Kumate Radio Open Line, or something where jam a little bit of music, talk a little bit of synth, but also I have to get some type of phone set up where you can just call in and anybody can call in, take some calls, shoot off if we're talking about a topic. I think that's a cool idea.
Yeah, it is.
The only
It'll
problem is
also
you have to make sure that someone doesn't jack the phone lines and really jerk you, but that might be funny. I don't know.
I don't know. I think it would be a cool idea. I think it would be cool to get people uh, that have been in the Kumite. I think it'd be cool to get them, involved somehow.
So I was
When I used to do my podcast, when I used to do EchoCast, I used to do a lot of interviewing of people. I even interviewed a guy that was a Grammy award winner. So I mean, it's fun, and you get to talk about gear and talk about music, and you know, I didn't have guests every week, but I mean, when I did, it was fun.
Mm. Yeah. So that could be like, maybe it could even be like a total, like someone just said, a crazy variety show. A little bit of live jamming, little bit of synth news, little bit of friggin' take some calls.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Think about it. Think about it.
Yeah, it definitely would be cool.
See
You
what
know,
happens. Also got to do a few more things for the Kumite too. Think about some new ideas and stuff like that. I think.
go ahead.
No, go on.
No, I was gonna say, maybe we should try. We should do a Kumite in October.
Yeah. This is what I was thinking. You let me know what you think. This is all just ideas. I was going to announce the next official Kumite season 2 will begin on January 5th.
Oh,
That's the official season 2. That will begin on January 5th. And then season. So the idea is to have 2 seasons a year, right? A winter and then a into summer, kind of like we just did, right? 8 weeks right into summer, and then everyone takes a break. That's what I'm thinking. So 2 official Kumates of 8 weeks, same format as the last one, no different,
yep.
right? Uh, and then doing kind of like, I think me and you talked about it, doing like a one-off Halloween Kumate.
Yeah, Synth Punk just said a Halloween one.
Yeah, a one-off Halloween Kumate where it's like you got 1 week, one song, throw it in there.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Kind of like just like some surprise pop-up Kumates in between the official Kumates.
Yeah, and the cool thing too, like I'm a big Halloween guy. I love Halloween.
Yeah,
So I think it'd be
Halloween.
kind of to do something spooky, you know what I mean? Something that kind of fits it.
Synth Punk, I think I was talking to him yesterday or last night, and he was like, "You should make the Halloween Kumite video." And I was like, how about we make the Halloween Kumite whatever you want it to be? If you
Yeah,
want a video, do it. If you want to just do a track, do it. You know,
yeah, that'd be cool.
just like a no holds barred Halloween Kumite. You want to do a video, you want to do a track, do whatever you want. But I'm also thinking about, what are they saying?
It says a one-off synth drum circle pop-up.
Yeah. Synth Kumite, drum only. No synth, just drums.
Well, we talked about that, just one synth. You know, I, 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 I mean, that's a great idea, but I think it would be difficult for some people. It would take a lot of work. I'll tell you that right now. It'd be a challenge.
I'm also thinking about closing the doors to the Kumite too. And this is kind of, think about what this idea, I don't know if I told you this one or not. So the Kumate people who are in season 1 are all grandfathered in forever. You are always an invitation to the Kumate,
Right.
right? Now, every season, there will be 5 people selected in the grandfathered in group to draft in one person.
Okay.
So every season, there will be, now I'll even lower it. There'll be 3 drafts into the Kumite, and those drafts will be done via an NHL style raffle where all the members will be thrown into the American cowboy hat. 3 Kumite participants will be pulled out of the hat, and they have the opportunity to draft in someone into the Kumite.
Oh, that's kind of interesting.
If they don't draft anybody, no big deal. But they actually will be giving out the invitation to the most elusive and elite synthesizer tournament in the galaxy. What do you think of
That's
that?
kind of cool.
I like that idea because
That's an interesting one. That's an interesting idea, man.
so there's no more getting in, no more getting out. That's done. The Kumite will go on, but each season there will be an opportunity for people to be drafted into the Kumite. I think that's interesting. I'll explore that. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
What else we got? Any ideas? This is a meeting. This is a general board meeting for the Kumite now. What do you guys got? Any ideas?
Hayes Anderson says he'll draft an army of the undead.
Sorry, Ron.
And he
Yeah.
says, sorry, wrong chat again.
Kumite question. Question on track length. Yeah. So okay. So to those questions, let me think about that for a second. So track length. A lot of people were not complaining, but made the suggestion that maybe there should be a length set on the tracks. The first Kumite was a free for all. It worked out great. Sometimes there was tracks that were too long. I was guilty of that myself. Um,
So
so
you know, I
I,
always go,
5 minutes.
I mean, I had a couple that were long.
I think 5 minutes max. That's decent.
I would say you go with the radio style length, which is around 3 to 4 minutes.
So 3 to 4. So what's the max? 4.
4 minutes.
Okay, 4 is a magic number. So let's use 4. 4's got magical numerology to it. So let's just say 4. But I also like the nice round number of 5 because sometimes 5 minutes really gets you cooking. Sometimes it takes 5 minutes to get it cooking.
You could, I mean, you could do that, like cap it at 5, because anything over that, I'm not saying you get bored with it, but anything over that, especially where the thing is with this is when we have so many people that are involved now, you want to get everybody in there. Even though we get everybody in there, it's like, I know you, it's like you're like, I got to get up in the morning, man. I got to be up at 3 o'clock in the morning, that kind of thing. It's like, the Kumite goes over like 3 or 4 hours. If it's down to cap it, 3 to 4 minutes, cap at 5. I think that's fair.
So basically, maybe this is will all be decided on later. But let's just say, for the sake of just brainstorming, let's just say 4 minutes cap. Okay, 4 minutes cap. If there's 50 members in the Kumite, just for example, because I think at the end count there was 38
It's 38, yeah.
that were contributing, but maybe there was 50 in the group. I can't remember, but
Something like that, yeah.
just for the sake of conversation, 50. So we got 50 Kumite members that are made men and women. They're grandfathered in. Then we've got a 4 minute track length. And what I might do for this one, where the Kumite is, this is what I might do. The Kumite will be broken up into 5 groups like the World Cup. Okay? Maybe 5 or whatever, just for the sake of argument. So say it's broken up into 5 groups of 10 people. That's 10 tracks at 40 minutes per track with some leeway in chat. That's an hour and a half show. Okay? So instead of the Kumite being 8 weeks, maybe the Kumite's 3 months. Do you know what I mean? Where Group A or the Mooger Foogers group or whatever you want to call them, Group A is in week 1, Group B is in week 2, and then as we go, and then we'll also make it a little more maybe of a competition this time, where there are winners and losers this time. Not
Right.
losers, winners. There is a champion, and the champion will be like a little more organized setup where it's voted on by the group who's actually the Kumate champ this year, type thing, right?
Yep.
Multiple categories. It'll be more planned out and organized, but I think that's a good start. 4 minutes. And I'm a real big fan of the invite only Kumate from here on out, where three, you know what? You know what's even better? One member per year drafted. One member per season, not three. So one, and then guess what? It's up to that person in the Kumite to find somebody, invite somebody, or
Yep.
just disregard it. So one person per season gets drafted into the Kumite. I think that's amazing.
That's better, actually.
I like that. And then I'm going to get some sponsors for it. I'm going to get some companies to sponsor it, and just make it more fun. And I think it's pretty fun now, but whatever.
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, like I said to you before, this is going to be something. I think that if we continue to do this, it's going to grow. You know what I mean? Um, what does that say?
Inky, if you need help with admin, yeah, for sure.
Synth punk. He says, and one trade to Sonic State.
What's that mean?
I,
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, wait. All right. So let's just expand into the future of this. So say it's set up in, uh, for example, 5 groups of 10 people for the season 2. 5 groups of 10 people in season 2. Each group has a name: the Phoenix, the Werewolves, the Vampires, whatever, whatever. Maybe at the end of season 1, there can be trades into each group, because the group, although you're not a team, one group will win the group prize. All right. So maybe Hayes Anderson might get traded for ECHOKRAFT. You know,
well, you had to throw that out there, huh?
you know what I mean? That's your guys' team. That's your guys' teams. But I think you could make it super fun and interesting with that style. But capping the song length, adding one draftee per year or per tournament, because I want to have 2 tournaments a year. So 2 draftees per year,
Okay.
and 4-minute cap, and then try to make it a little more organized. And I think that's a good start for season 2. There's no need to go too crazy, right?
No, we don't want to make it too difficult
Yeah.
either.
Yeah. It's just all about having fun and doing it in your free time and a hobby and just having a laugh. So,
Smarty 1970 says that Sonic State has already heard about this.
heard about what?
The Kumite, I believe.
Oh, he's into the Kumite? Well, maybe guess what? If you pull the raffle, you can invite Nick Bat to the Kumite.
Bro, Nick Bat's a beast.
I would love to have a couple of the boys join in on the. I actually was hoping that some of them might have a bit of fun with it and jumped in on the Kumite, but I mean, it was only 8 weeks. It was quick and fast and hard and super good time. So,
I mean, I think it would be interesting if Sonic State did pick up on it and heard what we were doing. And dude,
all right,
because
what's Synth Seeker saying here? What?
brainstorm, what if submission week we voted and picked the top 3 that are carried on into the final. They cut down number of submissions to have a playthrough.
Yeah. Almost like I like that, like because this year was almost like the Legends Born, where we're all grandfathered in, made men in the Kumite. We're all winners, and then there was a raffle. Season 2, there has to be a winner.
Yeah, see, Inky the Cats was just about I was just about to say the same thing that Inky says. Yes, Nick has mentioned Samurai on Sonic State and several times, man. So like they know about you. I don't
Well,
really think they have invested too much in finding out more about you, but I hope they do. I mean, Sonic State, I've poo-pooed Sonic State over the years, you know what I mean? Um, but I still watch it. I still go to it. I love Sonic State. I think that it would be interesting to get some of the people involved in Sonic State. Um, who knows? You know what I mean? It'd be kind
well,
of cool.
what we got from the Kumite last season, this is what I took from it. that everybody kind of started thinking it was a little bit foolish and a little bit of a joke. Then after week 2, everyone was like, "Oh damn, man, there's some really talented people in here." And wow, the community's super positive and everybody's like firing each other up. So every Sunday night, you actually get this super energy burst via positivity. And then the competition and the ironing, sharpening iron, and then everybody kind of synergized. And then there was a storyline built into it. And then it just became a really enjoyable experience every Sunday night.
Yeah.
And and I think that in season 2, we can add a couple little elements that keep the spirit of it, but turn it into a little more of a competition. Because you can have a group competition that is key. Okay, so the way I look at it is the group competition keeps the spirit of the Kumate alive, right? So one group is not on a team, but the one group will win. But then you actually have the person who wins the Kumate is kind of cool.
Yeah.
And and they're gonna win a friggin' UFC title belt too, baby.
Dude,
With
that thing is sick.
Kumite champion on the belt.
I might just buy one of those just to have it.
Hey, I'm gonna buy one too. I'm gonna buy one and throw it up on the wall too.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I think it sounds great, man. I think all these ideas are great. I think as you proceed with it, you're gonna get something set in stone finally. And whenever you do, I mean, Samurai, whenever you come up with an idea lately, man, it's awesome, and I'm just happy I'm a part of it. I really am. You know.
Oh, bro, man, I'm happy. I'm happy you are too, man. It's a great friendship we formed. Formed great friendships with people in the Kumite.
Yep.
Like we've known each other forever, and it's like the way I described it after certain situations is the way the Kumite works is it's not for the weak, it's not for the meek, it's not for people who can't take criticism, it's not for people who can't take a joke, it's not for people who want to uh, tear each other down for no reason, but it's also a group where people don't mind having fun with each other and arguing, and then 10 minutes later moving on to a new topic and forgetting about the little argument they had, right? So it's set up like a martial arts gym that if when you walk into it, there's a group of people there you don't know, and you're forced to interact with that group no matter if you like the personalities or not. And then you always have the choice to leave that dojo and not come back if you don't like it.
It's
But
true.
over time, the longer you stay, the more you realize everybody's personality types and how everybody interacts with each other. And then you realize maybe if someone says this, they're actually just messing about and and if someone's into this, it might seem weird, but then after you're like, wow, that's so epic that they're actually into that kind of thing. And then you're like, so it's really martial arts-esque in the sense that
You learn to respect one another.
you learn to respect one another.
You
It's
do.
cool.
And if there isn't that lack of level of respect, like you said, then you can leave.
You can leave, you can do your own thing, and it's not like a leave like anything else. It's just like if it's not for you, it's not for you.
Right. You just bow out and say, I'm good.
I,
You
I've ducked
know?
I've ducked into so many channels and so many chats and so many everything. Sometimes I pop in for a look. Sometimes I peek my head around the corner. Sometimes I'll say, "Hey, what's up in here?" Sometimes people be like, "Get the buddy, you better," and I'll be like, "All right, I'm out of here, man. I'm in the wrong." Like when I rolled up on Weezer Beats block, I
Yep.
I rolled up in the chat and I was like, people just went nuts, and I just wrote in brackets, backed out of the room slowly and closed the door. Like it ain't my
It's like
spot.
it's like you ran, dude, like the swarm of bees were coming after you, and you were just like, oh damn, what did I do?
But you want to know? You want to know the whole thing? Do you want to know the whole? Like the whole thing about the Weaver Beats scenario is I love Weaver Beats. I respect Weaver Beats. I think what he does for his community is awesome. I think he's highly dedicated. Although it's not my style of thing because he's in something totally different than me. Respect the hell out of him. What I did was play a character and create a joke and do something as almost like a little experiment for myself. And the experiment that I that I took part in was absolutely insane. But it also made me realize something, that a lot of people on the internet in general, but also in these communities, don't really understand nuance, and they can't really pick out a joke when it's a joke. They don't really take the time to go and check out if something's like a character or it's real. And the fact that people even take the Behringer Bros seriously as like a like I'm an enraged Behringer fan that is taking around Behringer synthesizers, and I'm recruiting all of the other Behringer people to hurrah into a chat, and it's a joke, but also it's a joke that I think has got a little bit of realism into it, because I love Beringer and I think they're doing cool stuff. Although they might do some other stuff that's not cool, in general, I kind of like what they're doing. For me,
Right.
and a lot of other people do. That's the reason why they got friggin' 600,000 members in their Facebook community. Because guess what? It's not a fringe unit, if you know what I'm saying, in the synth community. It's actually the majority of synthesizer people are Behringer fans. Do you know that?
Yeah.
The majority of people in the synthesizer community are Behringer fans.
Yeah, and that's the problem. They're afraid. I think a lot of people are afraid to admit that.
Do you want
You
to hear
know,
something else funny?
go ahead.
Something else funny, dude. This guy, when I did the first rendition of the Brother Synths, do you remember that?
Oh yeah, yeah. The guy got all offended.
The dude was like, "Man, I don't respect you."
I
You
take I take the Lord seriously. Well, so don't all of us.
yeah,
If you
well,
you know, and if you're an atheist and you don't, who cares? Whatever, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
I take the Lord seriously, man. Are you seriously going to pretend you're a preacher and talk about synths and synth lords and I'm like, dude, I'm down with the big guy. Are you crazy? And I'm like, if you think the big guy don't like people having fun, then you don't even understand what this whole ride's all about.
The other thing is, I always say this: the Lord Jesus Christ is what I believe in, and I'm not going to get all like religious and stuff, but God created man, bro. He's totally got a sense of humor.
Yeah, 100%. And guess what? If aliens created us, they got a sense of humor too.
Because not for nothing, we are one messed up joke that happened a long time ago.
Yeah. So, anyways, the whole deal is like, it's very fun. We're all having a laugh, and I think the whole idea of the community that's starting to form here is, you don't always want to go on and watch synthesizer content that's digging deep in the weeds. That it's a video manual of how to use a synthesizer. It's so over the top in love with a synth that there's room to have fun out here,
Yeah.
don't you think?
And the other thing is, synthesizers are built by men, right?
Women,
And women and whatever,
yeah,
you
they're built
know,
by people.
people. And people make mistakes. These machines break down. They make mistakes.
Yeah,
So I mean, it's like lighten up, man. It's like, and I get it. Like, I mean, we take a lot of things pretty seriously. We love music. We're serious about that. We have fun with it. Music is a universal language to have fun with. And I just think that people should just kind of chill the f out, man, and just enjoy it.
do you know what's crazy is that people act like Behringer is the only one that has any problems with their synthesizers ever. Is that not the craziest thing?
And
Like,
it's not just Behringer synthesizers, it's Behringer gear in general. Every I've had really high-end PA equipment, like top-notch stuff.
yeah,
I had a Crown amplifier catch on fire.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like it's
Ooh,
equipment. It happens, you know? Yeah, is some of the Behringer stuff made cheaply? Yes, I agree with that. But you know what? I love my Korg stuff, but when I found out that all that was in there was
a
a
Raspberry Pi
Raspberry Pi, I was like, "Are you freaking
with
kidding me?"
with no icing.
Right?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah,
Like,
bro.
I mean, it is what it is.
How
Gear
about
is fun, and
Thomas John? This question goes to you. If ideas choose us, does the gear choose us as well? Do you think you picked your synthesizers or your synthesizers picked you?
it goes both ways. Is the flag blowing the wind, or is the wind blowing the flag?
Yeah.
Just saying.
I kind of feel like my synthesizers picked me, bro.
Yeah, and the ones I agree, and sometimes the ones that I pick, I sit there and go, "Why did I pick that?"
Yeah, that's and we know which one that is for me.
Yeah, well,
Dude, let me ask you a question. Should I do one live stream where I try to make a song on the MPC before I sell it?
no, no.
Why? Do you think I'll end up liking it and then not get the TEO
Oh
pop?
no, you're. If anybody out there wants to see the samurai get really mad and
All
take a
right.
sword, take a katana to that thing, I
All
don't
right.
think it's a good idea.
Let's do the poll. Let's do the poll in the chat. Should I do one live stream with the MPC and try to make one song
Inky the
before?
cat says yes.
Yeah, but Inky the cat is the queen of the MPC. No, no,
uh, Synthpunk says no.
just sell that crap. No. Oh, Inky, you're on your own. Yes, it'll be awesome. No. Actually, you know what? Seed Singer, no, no, yes.
Synthpunk keeps saying no.
Yeah, be careful. We're getting some chat spam.
Oh yeah.
Now, what about this, dude? What if I did the live stream and that's
Synthmate says no. Stay positive.
what about if when I did the MPC live stream, the idea came down and I ended up making the greatest song I ever made?
Man, will you just sell that thing?
I gotta put that up for sale Sunday. So I gotta make a decision.
You do.
All right, Inky, maybe I'll do one for you. And I mean, listen, there's nothing in this world.
Smarty 1970 says true. Stay positive.
Miracles happen. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's the question?
Well, what's the question? The question is, should Samurai make one track before he gets with the MPC before he gets rid of it?
On a live stream, live.
Inky says that they'll help you. So
We'll see. We'll see. I'll think about it. I got to sleep on it tonight and think about it. We'll see. But we should clue this up now because I got to get in the house, get some dinner going. And man, very cool live stream you did today. I loved it. I loved it because it was at work and I didn't have time to check out any Proton stuff. And when you did that, when I watched your live stream, I was like, oh shit, man! I heard like 3 or 4 things where I was like, oh no, this is sounding awesome. So
yeah,
check out Echo's live stream today if you, on the Proton. It's super cool. And
yeah,
thanks everyone in the chat, man. Thanks for tuning in for this weird and wild cutting in and cutting out stream that ended up kind of staying chill at the end.
yeah. It was awesome. All
right.
right. Hey, thanks, guys.
Yep. You take it easy, brother. We'll be talking.
All right. What's it say? Hold on. Inky says, I'm a girl, Echo. I'm not next gen. All right, Inky. Love you. All right.
All
As
right.
you always say,
Yep. So.
cha.
All right, baby.
Peace.